What's good, everybody? It's your boy Mark Summers, Major Linux, MajorLinux.com, and I'm coming to you because I'm excited. When I get a hold of some new tech, some new, fresh, exciting tech, I gotta tell somebody about it. Mainly for today though, I want to talk about a printer. I want to talk about my printer is the HP OfficeJet 8520, if I'm not mistaken. If not, I'll correct it somewhere, but I believe it's the HP OfficeJet 8520. And it's not so much about the printer itself. But to talk a little bit about it, the printer is a all-in-one printer that does like the scanning, the print, obviously printing, email, fax, copy, all that stuff, all the businessy stuff that you would probably need, especially if you're working from home and you kind of have to deal with papers. I necessarily don't, but my wife does. She's a social worker, and there's a lot of things where she has to print things, scan things, copy. She has to do all of that. So the printer's actually in her office downstairs, and it should be no secret, I'm a big HP fan. I've been an HP fan since I discovered that I can plug an HP printer into a Linux computer and it just worked without any hacking or any extra drivers or all that stuff. And it then allowed me to make a $30 HP printer a network printer for my home, which then becomes very complicated, especially when you are constantly experimenting with things and, you know, significant other gets mad at you for doing that. So we've dabbled with some of their all-in-ones before. We actually are coming off of a brother printer that my aunt had bought us, which kind of worked, but then all of a sudden didn't. So we went back to HP once we got into the new house, and we've been using it just fine. Now, that's enough about the printer. The thing I like about HP and the printer and what they do now, especially in 2020, is they have this program called HP Instant Ink. Now, for those who don't know, HP Instant Ink allows internet connected printers like mine to be able to talk to HP, say, hey, the ink is running low, order some new cartridges, without any interaction from me doing so. Now, it's not like it charges me the cost of the cartridges. What it is it's a subscription service based off of the amount that you print. So you, like, I forget what the pricing tier is, and I might include it somewhere on here, like what that price structure is, but I believe I pay like $2 a month for like the light printing option. We don't print a lot here, but we print enough to where, you know, an ink cartridge would run out. And apparently with this printer, and they may have done this for the marketing of HP Instant Ink, they didn't really give you a lot. However, the printer did notice, hey, you're running low on ink, so we're going to send you some. And they notified me that they were sending me ink cartridges, and they sent it. They sent me a box. They sent me a small little box that had the ink in it, and I didn't know what was in that box. Where I figured it was ink, but was unaware as to what exactly was in it until today, where the printer told me, hey, you're running low on ink, you should probably change it. So I actually opened the printer to see, okay, what's going on, which ink do I need, and I'll go ahead and order it, thinking that that box only had one cartridge. Opened the box, and actually all 4 of the ink cartridges were there. Because I believe it's yellow, cyan, teal, I don't know what the colors that aren't red, yellow, blue, green, yeah, the basic ones, and black. So it had all of those cartridges in there, on top of which and this is how I feel like, you know, HP might have been doing a little marketing ploy here, when selling me the printer. The black cartridge that they shipped to my house was 2-3 times bigger than the black cartridge that was already in the printer, or the black cartridge that came with the printer. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then it dawned on me what the actual thing is. Like, I've noticed before that HP Instant Ink is like insurance. You pay, you know, your premium, you pay like the money up front, and then when you need it, it's there, and, you know, they just send you cartridges. It's great. I actually I thought that was novel, but I didn't think we printed enough to where that would matter. But it was like, again, depending on who you are, your mileage may vary. For $2 a month, it's whatever. If that's what's going to help me save money on, buying expensive cartridges when I'm about to panic, oh boy, I need ink, then that's great. If they just send it to me, it's just sitting in the house, and then when my printer says, hey, you need to change it, I already have the cartridges, that's fine. And that's exactly what happened. The printer sent the notification out to HP, said, hey, he's about to run low. Not that I was low. The printer was still fine. I think this box came in maybe 2 or 3 weeks after I bought the printer. So for one, it may have been me who ran that ink out because I was testing a lot of prints. When I installed it, boy, I kind of had a fun time printing from this computer that I'm using to record this video. I printed it from my MacBook, printed it from my iPhone, printed it from my iPad, printed it from my wife's iPhone, printed it from my wife's desktop, Windows PC. I printed from everywhere and printed a lot of stuff. Apparently one of the features of this printer is I can send an email to an address that is associated with that printer, and it will print the email out along with the numerous attachments that might come with it. So if you're going to test that feature, don't send an email with 5 attachments, and some of those attachments could be 20 pages long. Don't do that. But yeah, so I may have run that ink out very early during testing, which, says one thing about the ink, but trust and believe we were recycling the paper. Recycling paper. But the printer reached out to HP, said, hey, this printer's running out of ink. You may want to send some. And then what they do is they send it and they tell you, say, hey, you got the box, you got the ink, just set it aside. Don't switch it right now. Just set it aside and switch it when you need it. That way, and I love how this is they're making sure that, if there's an interruption, because again, especially now given the pandemic, there can be disruptions when shipping things from one place to another. So they're kind of anticipating that by sending the cartridges out well in advance of when you need the ink. And for all they know, the algorithms probably told them that, hey, he may run out at this date, but because we stopped printing like that, it lasted a little bit longer. But yeah, what they do is they send those cartridges to you, say, hold on, don't install it. And then when the time comes and the printer tells you, hey, you need more ink, then you just open up this box, put in the new you take out the old cartridges, you put in the new ones. And then the beautiful thing is talking about recycling, is that HP actually provides you an envelope where you can stick your old cartridges in and you can mail it back to HP. And they will either recycle or reuse the ink cartridges. I can't remember what they do with it, but you don't have to toss them out. You can send them back to HP, and I imagine, because they look like they're refillable, that they'll just reuse those cartridges. They'll clean them out, repackage them, and send them back out. That would, you're not adding to a landfill when you're done printing. I was a little skeptical about the program, even as I was in the middle, kind of in the middle of it. They sent me the cartridges. I'm still we'll worry about it later. But realizing what had happened, realize how easy that was to just, have a box that's ready for me when I'm ready to use it, and then I can use it, and then, just send the old cartridges back. This program actually is really fucking good. Excuse my language, but it's really good. And it made me excited. It made me excited to actually be a part of something like that. To actually, I have a lot of subscription services like Hulu, Netflix, something like that, and I could just, it's whatever. But this is one where it's you can, I pay the $2, I forget about it, but then when I actually need something, it actually provides a useful service to me without really ever thinking about it. And of course, now that's my mom calling through on FaceTime. So I'm gonna cut this short. I will talk to you later. Again, it's HP Instinct. There will probably be a link to the service down below, and I guess the link to the printer that I use if that's something you're interested in. Yeah, until next time, peace out. Oh, hey, thank you for watching the video. Hope you really enjoyed it. Of course, Really help me out if you like, comment, and subscribe, and click the little bell icon so that you can get notified of many more videos that appear on this channel. Thank you. Peace out.